True freedom is freedom from yourself, from your fears and your doubts and your insecurities. And when you let that all go, what you're left with is you. And you can shine so much more brightly. It's not easy. It's not easy at all, but it's so worth it. And the journey is going to be amazing.
Intuitive soul guide and Reiki healer, and I am so happy to be here with you today. I just want to encourage you to live a life on your own terms. I want to encourage you to understand that the life that you're living is solely for you. Yes, your experiences and what you go through help other people. Yes, absolutely. But you have to understand that you are here for a purpose. You are here for a reason. So living life in alignment with your desires, your love, your heart, and your passion is ultimately what you are supposed to be doing in order to live in purpose. You have to understand it is not about living life for everyone else. Yes, you can love them, but living your life for other people, that just isn't cutting it anymore. So get up today, be happy, live your life on your own terms, and understand you are wonderful and you are great. Hope you have a great day. Bye.
Hello, how are you? My name is Davina. I go by Davina Divine, or you can call me D for short. You know, growing up, I was the absolutely awkward child, as they call the black sheep. You know, I never fit in. I never fit in with my friends. I don't fit in with my family. I often wondered if I was adopted, but I knew better because I looked too much like them. And, you know, I was a tomboy who thought I had to pay for my friends, you know, pay for their ways, you know, to movies, or that I had to buy them or help them in order for them to be my friends because I didn't fit in. I always knew that I was different, like absolutely always knew that I was different. But then it was at one of the lowest points in my life where I was depressed and suicidal, and I began to find myself. I began to love myself and know what it is that made me happy outside of what I was taught or what I thought I should be. And no longer did I feel like I needed to live up to what others expected of me. So, to the awkward, beautiful soul, to the awkward person, the woman that, or the girl that thinks she's awkward, I say, you're original. To the girl that thinks she's ugly, I want you to know that you're beautiful inside and out. To the women that don't fit in and the girls that don't fit in, you're right, you don't fit in. That's because you're special, and there is something greater in you that will not settle for mediocrity and negativity. That ugliness that's in so many souls is not in you. So you're right, you don't fit in. Because your greatness, your beauty, you are everything that you need to be. And you don't need anyone else to tell you that. So don't ever think of yourself less than, because you're not. You're more than enough. And the thing is, you don't live in that box. that they try to keep you in.
Are you one of the thousands of women and young ladies out there feeling depressed or in despair or unworthy because you're constantly comparing yourself to what you see portrayed on social media and TV, magazines, and other media platforms? It feels like you just can't measure up. Well, if you feel like that, I'm going to share a secret with you. You, my friends, are unknowingly buying what somebody else is selling. Now, that's really good business for them, but not so much for you when it makes you feel bad. There's only one person whose thoughts and opinions about you really matter. And it's not your best friend, it's not your partner, not your parents. No, it is only you. Become your own best friend. Focus on your own standards. Love yourself. You are so worth it, I promise you. Don't minimize your worth by comparing yourself to the carefully crafted images that are in your face everywhere you look. Your worth has nothing to do with those images, so don't make it about that. Fun fact, our worth was not established by other human beings, nor can it be diminished by them. I challenge you to get greedy about how you feel and to seek out people and knowledge and information that inspires you and makes you feel good, not the images and stuff that make you feel bad. Have your own back and mind your own business, the business of authentically and fearlessly expressing you.
In today's society, we are always being told that we have to live up to other people's standards. And when we do so, we pull ourselves out of alignment with who we actually are. If I would have known that when I was younger, the places that I would be right now. But I'm so grateful for the experiences that I have, because now I know believing in myself and what I choose and what comes to me and even though it's different from other people, and sometimes it's extremely different from other people, it makes me who I am. And so my message to all of the young ladies out there is to be true to yourself, because when you are staying true to yourself, you're also staying in alignment with your path and what spirit or God or whatever you believe in has for you in this life. Thinking about what everybody else is doing out there is only going to make you a follower, and you want to be a leader. You want to lead from your truth and live in the space of authenticity and who you are. It is much easier to follow the crowd. It is much easier to do what that person over there is doing. And it makes you feel better a little bit when you're accepted, right, by the people around you. But if you are really trying to find the growth in your life and find out who you are, doing what the person next to you isn't going to do you any justice. You're going to be that person that stands out. You're going to be the person who's doing things differently. But the ones who do things differently are the ones who make the greatest changes in the world. And sometimes, yes, it may be lonely, but remember, you have a community of people out here, of women out here who are doing the same thing. We are doing things differently because we know that following the crowd isn't going to get us anywhere. It's going to keep us in the crowd, and we want to stand out. And to those boss ladies, the boss ladies always make the largest and the biggest steps towards change, because they know that doing what everybody else is doing, what Sally's doing, what Susie's doing, isn't going to make a difference in the world. It's just going to keep doing what Sally and what Susie's doing. You have to follow you. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. And if you feel out of place with what society is doing, then you are following the correct path for you, because you're being authentic to yourself and not conforming to what everybody else is saying to you.
I will run, I will climb, I will soar. I'm undefeated. Oh, jumping out of my skin, pull the cord. Yeah, I believe it. Oh, past is everything we were. Don't make us who we are. So I'll dream.
We're always expected to live in this certain way that society has taught us to live, and we're always trying to hit the mark, and every time we hit one, there's this high, lasts for about 2 seconds, and then you're on to the next. Let's hit the next mark. So you're always chasing something, and chasing something isn't bad if it's yours. If that's truly yours to chase, if this is your choice, not you have to, but yours, the thing that you want. Some people don't even know what they want. I remember a time literally feeling like I didn't know who I was or what I wanted, and I remember saying to some of my friends that,
you mean me? Your one friend.
My one friend. I only have one. No.
To be fair, I'm like 9.
Yeah, I remember a film. I quoted a film, and I think it's Runaway Bride. I'm not sure.
Yes, it is. It was.
But she was so lost in herself, and a friend came over and said, how do you like your eggs? And she just sat there lost. She didn't even know how she liked to eat an egg. And that's how deep, that's like an analogy for life for me, is that some people don't even know, and it takes someone to come along and offer you scrambled or poached or fried and say, this isn't what your mum has given you all your life, or what your partner was eating, or what your children like. What do you like? What do you want? And when you can sit with yourself and find those answers, then you're living in your truth. And if you want to chase those goals, those dreams, then we're getting somewhere. But when you're constantly in a space where you're trying to hit something just to please others, just to feel like you're worthy, just to feel like you're enough, that's no good.
Okay, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Hello. Why don't you tell everyone who you are?
Well, I'm Beth to you, Rashine to everyone else. So Rashine Spencer.
And what are you doing here?
Jesus, I'm
dying. I'm just like the voice. This could be the outtakes, Bish.
We should do some.
Okay.
Alright, let's start again.
Alright.
Rewind.
Right, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Why am I doing this? Right, going in 3, 2, 1. I'm sorry.
Just carry on. It's okay, I can edit this.
Right, going in 3, 2, 1. Hello. I just went normal. I only said hello. Oh my god. Choke quietly.
Oh gosh.
I just said hello.
Okay. Let's come again. Okay.
No,
3,
we're
2,
keeping
1.
it. We're keeping it real.
3,
It's all part of the vid.
2, 1. Let's.
I will run, I will climb, I will soar. I'm undefeated. Oh, jumping out of my skin, pull the cord. Yeah, I believe it. Oh, the past is everything we were. Don't make us who we are.